Hi, welcome to the tower here in Loves Park, Illinois. I'm Panzer J. Patton, and I want to welcome you to my channel. So I decided to make a video with a top 10 list. Now, the first time I remember top 10 lists was probably David Letterman, back in the 80s when he was on the Late Late Show after Johnny Carson. And he wouldn't do them every night. Like when he went to CBS, he did them every night. It became kind of, so anyway, so that's the first time I remember top 10 lists. And then they became really popular. Everybody's doing a top 10. Everybody's doing a top 10. And just recently, we had several of the main guys do a YouTube video with their top 10 lists. And so I'm not a big top 10 list guy, but I thought it was important since my channel is about my Axis and Allies journey. And I thought it was important that I recognize some of these people for their contributions to my journey. So when I sat down and wrote a bunch of names down, I knew I had a problem because it's difficult. I didn't want any ties. And yet I did want to recognize some people. So what I came up with is I did make a top 10 list. I came up with the top 10 things, and then I had to decide, how was I going to recognize these other people that were on the original list of, 15, 16, 17 names. And so what I came up with is an honorable mention. So these guys didn't make the top 10, but it was really close. It was really, really hard to make the list out, but it is what it is. And anyway, I'll start with the honorable mentions. And the first name on the honorable mentions is No Limit. Now, if you don't know about No Limit's channel, you got to go find him. He's one of the hardest working guys on YouTube. And he is an excellent, I'm assuming he's an excellent player, been playing for a very long time. And the main reason I had to recognize him is every time I post a video, he comments. It's without fail. He makes a comment on my videos. And I got to tell you, for those of you who do have your own channel, when somebody makes a comment to me, it's kind of inspiring to make more. Obviously, I don't want a lot of negative comments, but No Limit always offers constructive advice about whatever situation I mentioned in the video or whatever. Anyway, I just like that he's, kind of always there. All right, the next is not a person, it's a website, AxisandAllies.org. Now, I'm not a big guy on AxisandAllies.org now, but I was at the beginning. I was just searching for any information, and I really didn't even know about YouTube and this community. I really was just searching at the time, and a wealth of information there. And I'm not a big forum guy, and that's what this website is. It's forums. And so anyway, but it did play a major role, especially in the beginning of my Axis and Allies journey. The next on the list is Panzer King. Now, anybody that's playing with any regularity has a gaming table. You have got to see Panzer King's gaming table. It's phenomenal. It looks like it's stainless steel, and he's got all these drawers, and it's just really phenomenal. And then you lay on top of that, this guy can paint and do things with pieces I've never seen before. And he's just a really talented guy who obviously loves the hobby. And he's obviously invested in it too, because I'm sure that table had to cost a nickel or two. But Panzer King, he's a G Global War 36 guy, but he's still a wealth of information as far as just watching his videos and seeing what he does with his pieces but yeah, Panzer King. The next one is War Torn. Now, War Torn, the reason I put him there is he came up with the task force markers and the flight stands. I had to wait quite a while for the flight stands because right when I kind of got involved in the community, he had stopped selling them. So I sent him a private message and I said, listen, man, if you ever start selling those again, I told him, I said, mark me down for those flight stands if you ever start making them again. And sure enough, he did. And so I bought a set, and I love them. I absolutely love them. And I just love the clear rod, because you can't even hardly see it when you're looking across the table or whatever. I just think they're really cool. So War Torn for those two reasons alone. All right, next on the list is The Godfather, Detroit. Now, Detroit's channel I came across way, way early. And the problem at that time was I didn't know the game. And so when he was describing moves and whatnot on the YouTube wars that he was doing, I was lost. I was lost. I didn't understand that, naval bases let you go one more, and all. I didn't know any of that. So that was, I was a little lost at the beginning, but then I kind of came back around to Detroit's channel and kind of watched, and he's got a great system. How he moves his pieces around and everything. I love his little urinal cup that he rolls with. You got to turn the volume down. It's a little loud. But the Godfather, as his nickname is, he's very involved in the community. He's been at all 3 Bloodbath tournaments. And anyway, just a good guy. Felt like I needed to mention him. All right, so those are the honorable mentions. Let's get on to the top 10. Coming in at number 10, Lieutenant Dan. Now, Lieutenant Dan he's kind of a newcomer to me because I didn't find his channel till about probably a month, maybe 2 months ago. And the reason I came across his channel is I'm always looking for ideas about tables. And his video popped up when I searched for a gaming table. And so I watched all his videos about that table. And it's phenomenal. I mean, you got to go, if you do nothing, go to Lieutenant Dan's channel just to see his table. It's great. It's a really cool table. And it's really great. And so then after I watched that, I started watching some of his other videos, and he is an admitted OCD guy, which there's nothing wrong with that. I wish I was a little more OCD than I am. But so when he does stuff, he does it right. And Lieutenant Dan is the one who came out with the BBR map with all the battles and everything on it. Lieutenant Dan, I highly recommend going to his channel and subscribing. Good guy. All right, the next one, number 9, coming in at number 9, Hambone. Now, Hambone is in this list because when I watch his videos, his humor it's so dry. It's like in the middle of the Sahara Desert. It is so dry, but it cracks me up. He's just a funny guy. He always tries to add a little bit of humor in his videos, and I got to tell you, I was hooked after like the first one. And so anyway, so I always enjoy. Matter of fact, I've rewatched some of them just to remember some of his humor in them. He also, I mean, there's good content too. I'm not saying there's not. He's done a couple of solo games and posted those on there. But another big reason I like Hambone is when I was still kind of getting my feet wet, or my toes even wet, he started posting the YouTube Wars in playlists. Oh, what a huge help, because I didn't know all these guys. And if you don't know specifically, like if I type in Hambone, I'm not going to get Hambone HQ. I'm going to get Hambone, you know, slapping the chest. So I, you know, it's always helpful when there's somebody provides a link to, you know, so those playlists, I would be following the YouTube Wars and I wouldn't be able to find these other guys. So that was great. I love that. And then you know where you're at, you know, because when Hambone catches up, then you can catch up, you know, with the videos. All right. So coming in at number 8 is another website. I'm sure you all know it's going to be Historical Board Gaming. Now, Doug Friend did this as a hobby for years and years and years. And now he's doing it full time. And I only expect things to get better and better. Not that they've been bad. And, you know, it's been an unbelievable resource. One, for some customizations, but for some pieces. If you buy the original set game, you don't have enough pieces to play a pretty involved game. I mean, you just don't. Not enough carriers in the Pacific for Japan or US. So anyway, I didn't buy them all at once, but I have slowly replenished all my pieces. British fighters, we were always running out of British fighters. So obviously when you buy them, if you painted your pieces, you got to paint more. And I haven't found that time, but Historical Board Gaming is a great resource for, you know, Axis and Allies pieces, different games even. I'm still interested in his America game. I haven't purchased it because I have a game that's very similar. So I'm not sure that I'm going to purchase it. But anyway, but he does the Global 39 and Global 36. And I know guys that play those love those games. So, you know, but HBG, great resource. And had to be in the top 10. So, all right, the next guy. I watched this guy for, I think the first video I saw was how to win at Axis and Allies. He did a series of 10, and I came in at like 7. And I was like, well, I don't want to watch number 7. I want to watch number 1. So I kind of went through and found, and I watched his, eventually I watched every video he had. And about the time I finished, he kind of shut his channel down. He was moving, and he had to shut his channel down. So anyway, that was in the beginning, because he shut his channel down really before I even started my YouTube channel. But he's back. That's the main thing. He's back. He's setting up his war room. He's got some great videos right now about map design. And he's a guy who likes to tinker. So he's always got little ideas about different things to do. They're great resources as far as, you know, giving you ideas. Now, you might not do exactly what he does, but at least it kind of gives you an idea of what to do or what not to do. And he does, one of the things I like about Dirk Kienzler is he does not mind telling you he screwed up, he failed. He doesn't mind telling you that. Matter of fact, I think one of his video was what not to do. And I love that. That's great. It keeps me from making that type of mistake. So Dirk Kienzler, good guy. I actually shared a few emails with him. Yeah, really good. He's a good guy. All right. The next one, probably, I know a lot of very creative people. My sister-in-law is a graphic designer, and I'm on the board of directors for this Christian camp, and she has made some unbelievable t-shirts and or designs for the t-shirts. I get them made somewhere else, but very talented lady. But I have never met anyone as talented in just about everything he does than Cireblood. Cireblood is unbelievably talented, and we are so fortunate to have him in our community. He's created, obviously, Bloodbath, Rule Set, and what I like is he put it out there for play tests, and guys have been play testing, and the rules have morphed a little bit, which is great, because once you find an issue, you need to take care of it. And it just really, really, and the other side of it is, if you watch his videos, there's a lot of content, some strategy videos, there's videos about BBR rules and whatnot. Some of them are a little dated, or not dated. Some of them are they're like, the first BBR, and then the second BBR was a little different, and third BBR a little bit more different. So, so you have to take that into account. But now he's even created his own website, so you can go to Cireblood, SIREDBLOOD.com/community, and you can look at his website. Now, if you join, you can actually do some of the downloads, and he's got some great things as far as downloads go. But super talented guy. Highly recommend subscribing to his channel if you haven't already. Okay, next at number 5, and I got to tell you, I really struggled with him at 5, and I tried to move him up. I just couldn't do it. But the man, the myth, the legend, General Hand Grenade. General Hand Grenade, at the beginning, he had a lot of videos about strategy. I had no clue what I was doing. And so any little advice I could get. And so he had some great videos. Now, if you want to look at the G40 strategy, you got to go way back. I think his channel started in 16 or 17. You got to go way back then when he was playing G40. Now he plays Global 36, which is great. Like I said about Panzer King, who, by the way, plays with General Hand Grenade. So a lot of guys really like that. I've never really tried it myself. I just can't see myself investing in another game, and I don't have the space for it. That's the other thing. So, but General Hand Grenade, a lot of strategy videos, pieces videos. If you like painting pieces or different sculpts, he does a lot of that, and he just kind of gives you little advice here and there about how to do things. The other thing he does is every now and then he'll just tell people shut up. I love that. He doesn't mean to be rude, but sometimes he's right. People need to shut up. And he made one, I don't know, a couple months back like that, and I really appreciated it. So anyway, now the other thing about General Hand Grenade is he's a cool dude. Now, he's not the kind of cool dude that if you're walking down the street, you would look at him and say, now that's a cool dude. He's not that type of cool dude. But when you listen to him talk and his passion for the game, and involves his well, at least his granddaughter. I don't know if he has more grandchildren than that or not, but he's just a passionate guy, and he loves the game, and he likes coffee too. I love coffee, so we're in that same boat together. General Hand Grenade at number 5. It was tough, but I knew he was in the list. I thought he'd be higher. All right, the next one, number 4. This guy accelerated my experience exponentially. And he did it with one act of graciousness that was just unbelievable. And that's my buddy Matt Todd. Matt Todd, I don't even remember now, it's been so long, sent me a G40 map. And it was just, matter of fact, he texted me and said, "Hey, would you like a G40 map?" And I was almost stunned. It's like I had to read it like 10 times. I was like, "Send me a map? Those things are like $100. Are you kidding me?" So of course, I said yes. He said, "The only thing I ask," he did have a string attached. "The only thing I ask is that you send me my stamps back." I'm like, what? I said, "Of course, I'll send them back. Shoot, I'll overnight them for a map." And yeah, so anyway, Matt Todd gave me a map, a printed map on vinyl, and I used it for a long time until we started kind of shifting towards BBR. And then my daughters last year, actually I think it was my daughter and son-in-law last year, kind of kick-started me into getting my BBR map. So anyway, Matt Todd, hats off, dude. And I tried to return the favor. I sent him a box for his oversized BBR cards, but the box is like $5. So anyway, he's just a great guy. He's the one that I understand. He's the one that makes all the playing cards stuff. He's the one that makes that happen. He's the one that works all that out. I'm not sure exactly what they do, but Matt Todd is the man on that. And Matt Todd is he's a creative guy. Like when War Torn's flight stands were no more, he came up with a different way to kind of make that similar flight stand. So anyway, Matt Todd, super guy, highly recommend going to his channel and subscribing. All right. Number 3. I cannot put my finger on exactly why or exactly when, but for some reason I gravitate toward G.I. Joe's channel. And, I think part of it is that by trade he's a teacher, and I think he does an excellent job in explaining and detailing what he's doing, either with his pieces or when he was making his table. He just does a great job of explaining what's going on. And, of course, he's been involved in the YouTube wars and whatnot. But he, I just kind of gravitate toward his channel. And right now he's doing a series on different countries and his custom pieces. And so anyway, I've really enjoyed it. I'm not a big custom piece guy yet. I may be in the future, but I've enjoyed looking at the different sculpts and how he's incorporated them into his game. Yeah, so anyway, G.I. Joe, number 3, recommend going to his channel and subscribing. Yeah, if you're into Axis and Allies, G.I. Joe's a must. All right, number 2, coming in at number 2, is the incredible King of Kings, on YouTube, Axis and Allies, Young Grasshopper. Young Grasshopper has influenced my experience exponentially. I was watching his videos, and he I'm not sure if he still has them, but he had some videos, tutorials about G40 and how to play, and I was watching them, and I forget what happened. I think I sent him a personal message. He posted his email one time, and I sent him a message, and he said, "Hey, how about I call you sometime?" I was like, "What? The great Young Grasshopper is going to call me?" So anyway, yeah, so Grasshopper called me, and we talked for about an hour the first time, and we've had many conversations since then. He's a good-hearted guy. He loves this community, and he loves to get new players involved, which we really all need to try and do that, because, you know, if you look around, we're a bunch of middle-aged white guys, and, you know, we're going to be a bunch of retired white guys pretty soon. So we need to get some more guys involved. But Young Grasshopper just provided his knowledge to me anytime. He said, you know, call me. If I can't talk right then, I'll call you back. And he is, without fail, always called me back. And one of the reasons I really appreciate it, he's been going through some really tough personal things. And go to his channel if you want to know. But, you know, earlier this year, his dog, his best friend, died. And, but, you know, it's much more than that. And so right now he's in the process of a move. And, but I'm telling you, he is a great guy, a wealth of knowledge. And I hope he gets back to putting up those videos that he was doing there for a while. Very helpful to me and my experience. Okay. Number one. Now, I have to tell you, none of you guys are going to know him. His name is Rodney. And Rodney is my buddy that plays. So we get together pretty often. We average probably once a week over the last, well, no, because we took a break there while I was getting ready for my daughter's wedding. We took a break there for a few months, but we usually average at least one time, if not two times a week, playing. And that's a lot of hours together. We've never really had any conflict, but we've never had a problem. And I really appreciate, matter of fact, he started playing at my table, which at the time was just a sheet of plywood. He started playing at my table, and he said, you know what? I think I want my own BBR map. I said, man, go for it. So he's got his own war room, and he's got a great spot for it. And anyway, we've played over there quite a few times. But Rodney, I wouldn't be anywhere near to where I am, because he's the only guy I've ever found willing to play on a somewhat regular basis. But anyway, Rodney's number one, without a doubt. I knew that as soon as I said I'm going to make a top 10 list. Rodney had to be number one. He's my buddy. He's my playing partner, and had to be number one. So I thought I'd just go back by and name them all off, and then we'll sign out. All right. Honorable mentions: No Limit, AxisandAllies.org, Panzer King, War Torn. It's absolutely War Torn if you're looking for his channel. And Detroit, The Godfather. And his channel is The Garrison. So if you go search Axis and Allies, The Garrison, it'll come up. Then the top 10, Lieutenant Dan. Absolutely best table I've ever seen on YouTube. Hambone, funniest guy in our community, without a doubt. Historical Board Gaming, great resource for pieces and other customizations. Dirk Kienzler, love this guy, and he's a fellow Illinoisan, and he's top notch. All right, Sired Blood, most creative guy I've ever met. All right, General Hand Grenade, wealth of information. You have to go back a couple years in his videos, but a lot of G40 stuff. And if you're into Global 36, he's the man. He knows all about it. Number 4, Matt Todd. All right, G.I. Joe. I can't put my finger on it, but I always enjoy his videos. Number 2, Young Grasshopper, the king of all kings of YouTube Axis and Allies. Yeah, he's the man, no doubt. And then my buddy Rodney. All right, this has been Panzer J's top 10 list of influential people / websites. Panzer J. Patton signing off.